And today I want to give God thanks and ask His divine favor for a family that's traveling and on their way to Canada right now, and that they would be here in safety along with the other people that are coming with them to arrive in Toronto at some point in time later this evening. So we give God thanks for all those who are traveling in the airways by boats, by sea, by air, by land, and those who are crossing borders on the roads. And this morning, I wanted to quickly bring up to speed where we should be. We're talking about reaching the threshold of retirement, and are we prepared? And how do we acquire the services we require as we go along? Are you hearing me, Minister Dax?
Yes.
All right.
I'm ashamed of answering because soon I'll be 60 and I don't know what happened when you get there.
What happens? It's just like when you were 6, you got there.
So my expectation
and
is telling the
and
world.
what and whatever happened at 6 happens. My my aunt's granddaughter, she was 14 yesterday in Trinidad. So
Oh,
she
wow.
sent me a photo, and in the photo, she's got these balloons. One says one, and the other one is 14. And in the middle, she's wearing her banner. And, I said, oh, wow, you're 14. And she says, yes, Auntie. I said, how does it feel? I said, good. And how different was yesterday to today? She said, it seemed like the same, but it just tell me I'm 14. So, we arrived there, and it's a wonder when you get there. It's like when I turned 40, I was like, already? Just the other day I was 18, 17, you know? And then when I reached 50, I said, oh, these little things that are coming up in my hair, I'm not too happy with them, but but they mix and blend in with life.
Yes.
And then 60 showed up. And I said, they're not serious about this. God, you're not easy. He starts pouring it on from the time you reach 40. But we give thanks. We give thanks. So for you all out there who are 40, 50, and coming to 55, because now it's a new age that people are retiring at 55 in many areas around the world. Yes, 55. And they don't know what to expect and what to do. So let's hear how turning 55 plus feels. Minister Merle.
Good morning, all. I 55 plus. It's always beautiful. As a child of God, when I worked as unto God. Everything I did at my workplace. And as I tell people, I was very privileged to work with something that I loved all my life. As a child, I always want to work with kids. And God made it possible that I worked with kids for over 40 years, like straight up 40 years of work with children and work with them to the best of my ability. Most of the time, the things that the school taught us and the things that God taught me was so different, but having both, it just helped me tremendously. So when I hit 55, I still felt as though I was 16. And this is no joke because I was still running to the gym, 5:30 in the morning, exercising, doing everything, I did, on the weekends, people always say they can't wait to get away for the weekend, right? Me, I worked another job on the weekend. I had kids, I worked weekends and I never feel the tiredness and stuff. But then it came the point that I didn't think of retirement, but my son and my daughter both think that I needed to stop work. You work so long, you need to rest, you know? And it really was truthful that I really needed, but I didn't know the meaning of the word. But it wasn't resting, because, you know, when I go back to the Bible, God didn't give us this. The only people that got to retire was the the priests in the temple, right? But he told us that we had to do, like, we had to manage the land and all of that, right? So that was our job. And so I was always working, enjoying it. But then I realized that I have worked with other people's children outside. I have worked helping all God's children, whether it was the older people, because I've helped tremendous amount of older people going to their homes and helping, also working in participation house with the physically challenged people and stuff like that. And I think God wanted me to stay now and devote this time, this what people call retirement, but I'm still on the go, always doing things, to know my grandchildren, to spend that quality time and help groom them, you know? And the thing is, like, if I did not retire from working, I would not get this time that I have to spend with these grandchildren that I have, you know, to see them grow, and the things that as I used to feel so excited, and this was such an excitement for me, because in the early years of my children growing up, my mother is who saw my sisters, is who saw my children making their first step, or who saw the children teeth come out and send it to me. I never had the joy of being there to do those things because I was a working mother, but I was able to see it for my grandchildren. I wouldn't have had that time if I'm working. I was able to see my grandchildren lie on my stomach and fall asleep. I have them make their first step, push them on a swing, do those things with them. And that's what retirement have allowed me to do. It also allowed me to do volunteer work, which otherwise I couldn't be on Gemfm this time of the day. And the thing is, one thing is we got money for, but this that we do now, it's unpaid. And it's very gratifying. It's beautiful. With me, I enjoy my retirement. To the fact that I also I used to tell God, I just thank him for the world and the beauty of the world. I'm able to travel and see different parts of the world too. When I go, I get so excited to see all what the creation have done, you know. That's what retirement is to me. I have a sister that's 84, and she recently just retired during COVID. She didn't renew her license in the last 2 years, and it's only due to COVID that she didn't do it. But she continued practicing right through. She doesn't have children per se where she could go, but she volunteers now and help other seniors that cannot do things like she could do, like she'll go make their grocery shopping. She's always active. She stays active. And this is the thing with us seniors, you know, I have sisters that's younger than me and don't believe in staying active, but some of us, we stay active. My sister that's 84, she doing a lot too, staying active during her retirement. One of the things that we didn't really talk about was securing money during our retirement, because my sister being in New York and not in Canada, she does have a drug plan there, but one of her heart medication is $485 a month. And for a month, so for the 2 years, she has paid close to $12,000. And, you know, as we share, she said, if we didn't save her money or put money down, right? What would we do today? You know, like stuff like that, you know. retirement, people talk about retirement, but nowadays we got to have extra money also put down. So we have to look at, my son is 40 something, and I said, you better go see a financial advisor. Like, don't just sit down and not put money down, So in all those kind of areas, I thank God that I was able to do things for my retirement so I could enjoy my retirement time. So that's just part of mine, and I thank God for it.
That's beautiful, when you have that time that you can spend with the grands, see them, see the things that they do, because you didn't see the children. For me, I didn't see my kids. They had daycare and stuff like that, and then I stayed home for part of the time. And the thing about it, you get someone to stay in the home with you, and what they do is they say, oh, so today Ree's tooth came out, and you say, oh, let me see it, but when you're there to see it and experience it, see that little bit of blood come out, you're right there on, your full-time experience. And but when you're not there, that's a whole different story. So I'm enjoying the same as Minister Merle because of my grandkids. I was with one, I'm now with the other one, and enjoying, to the point where I'm, like they say, retired. But guess what? I'm retired, but my bed is really a double bed. My grandson does not sleep in his bed before he goes to his own. He comes to my bed after school. In the morning, he comes and he lay down on my bed. It's important that he does that. And he says, Nan, did you sleep well? I said, I did. I said, did you sleep well? He said, no, but I miss your cover because I have a warm cover, So it's all the joys of life that we go through as parents and grandparents. Minister Tex, I know you have a story for us today. It's your turn.
I thought I was excited to tell the world that I was 59. And I give God praise and thanks for 59. But the more I say 60, it's like it's scaring me because I don't know what I should have done or what I should do right now. So it's kind of, what did I miss? Did I miss doing something? I'm 60 and old age. Where am I going?
Hold on. Stop there.
No, hold on. I didn't say that word.
I need to reach out to you, Minister Tex. So I'm putting my hands right on the screen. Father, in the name of Jesus.
The slip of the tongue is not a fault of the man.
Becoming 60 is not a problem. It's a beautiful.
No, I'll tell you why I'm scared, because
it's the grace of God on you. It's a time of grace.
When I tell people at my age, the first thing they say to me, you mean you're still lying? Like, why are you lying? Every year you call numbers that you're not. And I'm going, now, how am I going to face people now to tell them that I'm 60? If I tell them I'm 59, they says, you're what? Can I just see driver's license? Can I see something? So I'm saying, I think I missed something in the process, because if you look at my mom, my mom, I'm looking so much more mature than my mother. And I'm saying, when I get there, would I meet her up? Would I just kind of get, more mature, and I could look kind of older? I can look, my face would look, it's not working. So
enjoy what God gave you, eh? Enjoy it.
Minister Tex, my sister is 84, and the people always want her ID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they still want her ID because they don't believe that my sister is that age.
She doesn't have a wrinkle.
She doesn't have a wrinkle. She have gray hair in her forehead, right? But the woman look as though she's in her 50s, and they don't believe that she's 80 something. She walk with an ID. Don't feel bad. Enjoy.
Okay.
Minister Tex, it's twice in your lifetime you will get that. When you reach the 60s, and when you're very young and you're married and you go with your husband who is maybe 2 or 3 years older than you, and he looks 5 years older than you, you look like his child. They say, You can come in, but I need her ID. I had that for a long time and I was really upset. I'm like, I'm a married woman. What's wrong with these people? But they need ID to do what? I am married. The guy said to me, my husband took me to a party in a club. And the guy said, tickets, okay, both. He says, but then he looks at me and says, but. So my husband said, don't worry, she gets it all the time. But she's of age. So and the beauty that he's placed on us. Yeah, he's placed a lot of beauty on us. So as we're moving along on this, for you who are in viewerland.
So you asked the question, what about retirement?
That's what I'm going to.
Get prepared for retirement?
Yes, that's what I'm going to. Preparing. Are you prepared for retirement? Retirement has a lot of preparation. If you work in government or you work in a private sector company that gives packages, they take you off and they talk to you all about the packages. But what about you anyone out there who does not have a retirement resources? There are so many aspects of retirement as we age. You need insurance. You need a monthly income. Some people only have you only have the pension. You need something else added to that. Some people don't have drug plans. Thank God in Canada we do have a system where we have a good plan of for our drugs. And other medical aids, like physiotherapy, depending on, the packages you have and depending on what the government is giving you, you're able to get either or. So let us talk about insurance. Insurance is one of the most important things we can actually have when we reach that age. And the younger you take your insurance, the better it is for you. It's cheaper and you're able to add a lot more to it. Because, God forbid something happen. When I hear people die and then they say, oh, we're doing a GoFundMe, it's a sad thing to hear because the GoFundMe is in order to bury this person. They don't have the resources, and what the government gets will not even pay for the plot. And, the plot itself is expensive. I don't know today. What are the plots like today, Minister Merle? Do you know? You have any idea?
My mom died how long ago?
I know.
20 years this year. So 20 years, I can afford to tell you what it was 20 years ago. I paid $6,000 for the plot. For the plot. That's not the burial cost. That's not burial cost. I didn't do the burial cost because we have a big family, right? So I did the plot, but my older sisters did the funeral, which was close to 20,000. It's a lot to do a burial. It's not easy.
It's not easy. So in our community, we need to know.
But Pastor Daphne, coming about the insurance, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know that you talk about the insurance, but we paid a certain life insurance, and because we live to be that age, do you know what happened to our life insurance?
Mm-hmm. It maxes out.
What happened to it? All that time, all that money, when they lapse it on you because you're still here. We did not know. We this is what I say. We have to have proper instructions and read the fine prints to know, because a lot of us got in trouble paying money in insurance. I told you about the one what happened. And then when I tried to claim it, they had a clause. Mm-hmm. So, those are the kind of stuff we have to be so careful when we take insurance, mm-hmm. really to have either a lawyer or financial advisor to help us with these things, you know? So
because a lot of people don't realize that your insurance can be converted at some point in time once it's ongoing into some. Pardon me?
Didn't tell you those kind of stuff, you know?
And that's what you need to know. Like if you do term insurance before it matures, you have to find out, and this is where the advisor comes in. What could you take that money that's already accumulated with the insurance company and put into something towards your end of years from it? Because the older ones are always told, the newer insurance agents, they will just say, well, get term, but they don't tell you that when term expires, what happens next. You gotta figure that out. So we have to always have an advisor say, you know what, your insurance is going to be matured in 2 years time. Let us move it over into your end of years and something where the children can get, each of them can get a certain amount of money from it, or a division of the money, and it also sets aside your costs for burial, not the plot. Okay, so the plot is one thing and the burial is something else. But in the insurance, there can be a clause for the burial, but not for the plot. So you have to buy your plot and have it there.
What's a plot?
Your burial spot.
Oh.
It's called a plot of land. So
even the insurance, even the insurance that we take after we stop working. I took one insurance. Well, I took the one out for health. And I am one person that never got sick. I got sick once in my life that had to be in hospital. And the one time they didn't follow through. And I was paying, I think it's 100 and something a month, right? Remember that insurance?
Yeah.
That I shared with you about? And I really did get sick, exactly what the paper said, what all the stuff. But when I called in, because I am sick, so I'm sick, I cannot call in or anything. So I had to call in when I got better.
And they didn't want it, that it was too late.
And they didn't honor it because when you're sick, you're not thinking, right? So I'm hospitalized for 2 whole weeks. And they expected me to file that day, the day I got sick, I didn't even know me, right? And all of that, people have to look at when we get older, all these things that we do, because I actually just closed off that insurance and I had paid that insurance for a good 7 to 8 years. And I was really mad, like really mad at it, you know.
But you know what? Instead of closing it off, if you had known, you could have just taken that same insurance and switch it into something else, because you can with insurance.
With the kind of frustration that put me through, where they denied something that I really was sick, I don't think I wanted to put another penny in their nonsense, because I'm sick, right? Really was.
You could abide and insure another company, because remember,
okay,
all insurance.
I don't know. I told you, God blessed me to work with kids, and that's why I always have to have people in other areas to help me, because I know nothing about those kind of stuff. So I just, that is one thing that I lost a lot of money in, paying insurance.
So based on this type of information, especially for our community that's listening, I think I'm going to try and see if I can get a financial advisor to come on and talk a little bit about insurance, a little bit of transferring, how you switch your transfer, your insurance to something when, at a certain prior to maturity, if it doesn't go right up to the age of that you pass on. so that people will understand that it's so important that we have to have these things there for us, because people are running, scattering all over the place when something happens in their family, and because they didn't have the advice. So we need to get that going right away.
We really do, because
because Minister Tex is 60, and she's trying to figure it out, and I don't want her to call me and tell me, well, no, we're going to see about that. So I am going to look around.
My step. What step do I take? What do I call my doctor? Do I get papers? What do I do?
Call your doctor for what, Minister Tex?
No, you need an insurance. Minister Tex, you need
a full
an insurance
form or something.
What are you calling your doctor for?
The full form, I don't know.
Hold on.
Okay.
The insurance agent is going to come and you're going to, get your insurance for you based on your age. They will, they will ensure that they take your blood test to see what the blood is telling them about you, what history is there in the blood. And then they will determine from there where you go next and for the insurance, because they have to accept you after a certain age. Like if you started like very small,
you need to start right now.
Yeah, and so you need to go now, because as you get older, it gets more expensive.
Yeah,
so
just
if you want an insurance agent, we'll get an insurance agent to call you. Or you can decide, ask your husband if there's an insurance agent that you can use, or does he have one? Because if he doesn't have one, he needs to get one as well, because at the end of the day, if something happens, we don't want to be helter-skelter and, you're holding on to your hair, scratching out all the strands of hair because you don't know what to do, it's a precarious time. My daughter had a friend that passed. My daughter had a friend that passed away, and it was quite a story. But thank God, thank God for mercy.
This is panic mode now. Okay.
No, never going to panic mode.
No.
Minister
Merle, you dealt with Sharon. Calm her down, please.
No, we don't go in panic mode. What is so beautiful is that we are children of God, and God promised us 70 and then some, and he give us all the peace, that peace that surpasses the understanding of man, so you don't have to go there. You don't, God in us.
God work to do it.
Hey,
I have to get insurance. What else do I need to do?
Many people think sometimes I just love him so much. But many people think that you really have to plan everything, right? But God planned for us,
Oh, yeah.
Behind, I call it behind the scene.
Scenes, yes.
Behind the scene, he makes way out of no way that you least expected. So I can afford to tell you that he plans for us, people of God. Know that when we least expected, he put people in our path to put things in place for us. It's not all the time that we need to run out there and get that help. People come into our path, and I meet somebody and we just start talking. We met a girl maybe 3 years ago. Just it was in church, right? We met her at a barbecue, and that person, she just latched on to us, and she became like a friend to everybody, right? So she gave us a WhatsApp number, and the more we learned about her, she was one of those. She is an insurance agent, and she shared different things of how to put things in place and stuff like that. God put people in your path to be of service to God's children, so you will never know. Don't pull out your hair.
Insurance or one insurance?
Huh?
Do I need to have 2 insurance or 1?
Minister Tex, I could tell you everything about children. Minister Tex, you asked me, I could help you. God has blessed me with that knowledge. I say, I have a friend. I could give you number, right?
Yes.
I could pass
I
it
let the
on.
friend do the
This
work.
kind of stuff. I know that God, whether I have like insurance through my kids or insurance, I have different insurance, and that's only because it started long. You understand what I'm saying to you? But like if your husband is working, you would have that insurance. We don't have to fuss over things. If you're working, you have insurance, you know, those kind of things. I encourage my young children, and they're still young, because when I was in my 40s, as Eddie Murphy would say, I'm in my prime. You understand? But I encourage my children that's in their prime to go and take this, to start insurance, start investments, right? They're young. Do not spend everything that come into the house. You got to put that $5 down. I come from a mother that always put $5 down. And with that $5, she was able to send her children away to different parts of the world. So this is why I encourage my children, not just for retirement, but you gotta put that little money down, do that little bit of investment. If you add a cent every day, at the end of the year, there's 365. It is no longer 1 cent, right? If you put $5 a week, that's 20 a month, 20 times 12, right? And that's what I tell them. You don't have to go like, okay, don't wait until you get $1,000. Wait till you win the lottery. No. Start little. You're not going to have that spirit of fear and worry spirit that don't belong to God.
Oh, no, I'm not worried. I'm just excited.
No. Oh, excited, yes, because we're in Christ, right? But
you know, and all as a young mom, you know, if your child is born just newborn and you take insurance, it's probably less than $20 or even about $20 for them, depending on what you buy. And when they turn up, when they reach 18, they get a cash out that they can take for new
21.
insurance to go to.
Oh,
21.
I can't find it. I couldn't even find that insurance.
What?
This guy used to come over and he used to do baby bonus, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I'll pay that every single month. When my son turned, what, 10? That's the last time I saw him. Never saw him again.
No, but Minister Tex, the money was going through the insurance agency.
Yep.
Coming out of
call them and they don't do anything. You call them, the number change, you have to call this number, speak to this person, then this person don't know, you have to speak to.
So Minister Tex, you paid money up for 10 years.
Yeah.
And after 10 years. I have seen, I know people that have gotten the money to go to college. One particular boy didn't go to college and his mother cashed in on that money and kept it. But I know that insurance was a real thing.
It's real.
It's real.
My son had it. My children had it.
Yeah, it still is real.
When Abby got his at 21.
At 21, yeah.
Yes, he got his at 21 to go to university.
The guy used to work in Sun Life. So you'll call them, you'll talk to them and nothing.
No, but you know what, Mom, Minister Tex, if you had called, if you even today, call the Insurance Bureau of Canada. And if you call the Insurance Bureau, they can still follow up on all, because all that information has to be kept. It's money coming out. It's money going into government. They have to pay taxes as well.
Okay.
I don't know about the length of time for stuff like that, but
yeah.
No, I'm not talking about getting the money, but if she didn't get the money, at least she can ask for accountability from the Insurance Bureau of Canada, because they have to look and see who are the people selling and what happened to that money, because that money didn't go into no drain. It's somewhere, it's invested somewhere in the Insurance Bureau. It's back in. It's either went back in or somebody cash it out. So you need to know. That is money, hard-earned money.
Yeah. So that's why after that, I really did not believe in insurance.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad though.
one bad apple.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But I have insurance through my husband.
Good.
But it was funny. The other day I went to Shoppers Drug Mart, and it was seniors percent off. So I asked the lady. She says, "No, we don't have." She just literally looked over the counter and she looked at me like this. No, we don't have.
Were you overly dressed, Minister Tex?
No, I was just in regular clothes, regular going outside clothes. And she just peep over and she go like this.
Up and down. Listen,
Just no, we don't have.
that is our challenge, Minister Tex. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
And we always have to give him thanks for that pigmentation.
Yeah.
Amen.
Ah, it's good. It's good to be a child of God and know He's given us joy within, right? So, Minister Tex, that's why you always walk with your ID. Walk with it, and don't be afraid to pull it out for them.
Oh, yeah.
I told you when they want to play rude with me,
No,
right?
you just
I pull out it between my Bible, right? I told you I walk with my sword all the time, and I walk with my citizenship card.
yes.
I have two. I don't walk with no big purse because, as I said, as I've aged, all this carrying everything is so heavy now. So I walk with a little minute stuff, little bit of things, right? So those important things I walk with, right? Pull it out for them and stay serious. I'm not arguing with nobody. I know my rights.
Do like me. You take it out and says, "Oh, will this help?"
Yeah. Just take it out, like,
No, and what
don't
you
worry
tell
how
them,
they watch us.
you don't even say another word, Minister Merle.
No.
You just say, "We'll just help you."
Because Minister Tex, I'll tell you something. You go, and I love to go on a Tuesday. I'm a Tuesday shopper, or if you have it Wednesday, you see me on a Wednesday. So Pastor Daphne would tell you, when I'm in Florida, I know every store when it's Seniors Day, and I'm in there to get my discount. Because guess what? That 10%, wait, that 10% is taxes. Think about it.
Minister Tex, and she's asking me, would you like some of these too? I'll bring them when I'm coming back for you.
And I listen, I told you, every penny counts.
She's in the store. Can you see the picture of it?
Listen, I always tell people, like the people from Israel.
Oh, yes.
Never pass up one halfpenny.
Nope.
They get rich from one halfpenny. Because if they see it, they pick it up. We pass. I wonder who dropped that there. They must have put somebody. I pick it up in the name of Jesus. When long time when we have pennies and you need 9 pennies. My purse got 9 pennies because I must have picked up 5 on the street.
There's things get easier and when say a person that is let's say 65 and they want to apply for housing here in Canada now.
What kind of housing?
Seniors.
There is a wait list.
You never wait until you reach the 65 and 55 is seniors.
You put yourself on that list. 5
you
years.
You start from 55 and go and apply if you want to be in a senior's house. By the time you reach 65, if you want to go to a senior's house at 65,
you're on top of the list.
You're on top of the list. But if you wait to 65,
Yeah,
You
5 years
waited.
straight.
Because
You're waiting
somebody
until
was
you're
asking me,
75.
and I tell them I really don't know. This is an area that I never really invest any knowledge in, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
No,
as
no, no.
you're asking me now, I should have something to say because they seen me on
Yeah.
this program and it says, "Oh, you would Pastor Daphne Gabriel," and go like, "Yeah." So what do we do? And for retirement, I'm not too sure. I can ask her. So I don't want to look like that. I want to be able to say something. There is a
No.
number to call. This is the number.
Mhm.
So my drug plan, do I get approved? Do I not get approved? Where do I go? Where do I? And the thing is, they're searching up Pastor Daphne and come and ask me questions that I should know. No, she know all the questions and answers. Why don't you, as you
Well,
see her name and her number, why don't you just call her and ask her?
yeah.
Some people is
You know, the
asking
thing
a lot of
about it,
questions.
for seniors, make sure when it's because for sometimes when you go to the drugstores, the Ministry of Health has already told the drugstores, see, these are the things that seniors have reductions from, and these are the things. This is how much a senior pay if the
Back up.
She's talking.
it's the same for apply applications for seniors housing should be done at least 5 years before. If you're 40 years old or 35 years old and you want to get housing for your family, you got to do it immediately so that you are on that list. And when they're ready, they will give you a call. Don't wait until it becomes an issue to go and apply. You apply and put it aside. A lot of people do it, and they apply ahead of time, and when the time arrives, they're already on the top of the list.
Okay.
So we every province, every municipality, they have numbers that you can call for seniors. They have numbers you can call for housing once you pass 18. You could put yourself on the list. If your children are not working, or like for instance, they have a lot of young men on the streets, and I think we have to find an initiative whereby which we can ask them, we can get them to apply for housing, because it's going to be based on a lot of things. A lot of them are suffering from, like if they were drug abuse, other things that they've done, they drink a lot of alcohol, and it becomes, they end up with this high tension, like they're easily erratic and stuff like that. You can apply because they have things for every age in our country. We call Canada right now. We have a lot of stuff coming up in the US as well. They're adding to a lot of things that they've had, they now have. So there's something for everyone. Call your municipality, ask them to give you some information that you can pass on to people along the way. And if you have the numbers, give them the numbers for the different things. Like in Durham, it's called Durham Dash, Minister Tex.
Durham Dash.
Dash, DASH. If you pull up Durham Dash,
You're going again.
in Toronto, it's under Community and Social Services.
Oh, Bash.
Dash, D like Donald,
No.
ASH.
Oh, because here it says Bash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll find the number for that today, and I'll share it with
But they could be in any area of
Any
Ontario,
area.
and if they want to move to Kitchener, Guelph, Windsor, anywhere, they could call the different areas.
In Ontario.
If they don't,
Anywhere. The whole
yeah, they don't have to just apply within Durham, but if they want to move anywhere in Ontario,
So you could
Kingston,
put,
Ontario, Ottawa, they can move. They could apply.
you could put your name in Toronto, and you could go as far as the border of Windsor, the border of Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and beyond. North, if you want to go further north, you know, and you could also apply if you want to leave the province, you can apply to the next province you want to go to.
Yeah, if you want to go to Saskatchewan. My friend just moved to Saskatchewan. She got a 2-bedroom seniors, you know, and she showed me the whole layout. And she's only paying $850. Beautiful. Show me all her balcony and everything. And, you know, I showed her how to fix up the balcony to make it so homely and stuff, you know. But she just moved last year. Last year summer, she moved down. So this is the second summer down there.
It's Saskatchewan is cold, right? It's just as here.
Oh, it's cold. Everywhere is cold.
Nice,
except BC.
nice.
Except BC. No, BC. When I went to BC, I love BC. I moved to BC.
It's raining.
Yeah, I can move to BC. BC and Seattle. They're beautiful places.
Saskatchewan is good for me because it's
you
cold.
like the cold?
Yes. I don't want to go anywhere warm.
Wait.
Minister Tex.
You
like to
Manitoba.
My grandkids that love the cold.
Minister Tex.
Manitoba
is still very cold right now. They had snow yesterday. Manitoba is very cold.
He's writing.
No. Oh, you would like. I love BC. I really like the weather in BC and Seattle. I like that.
BC rains a lot, you know, there's a lot of rain all the time, but it's nice.
Plants, you know what I love about BC? The plants are as tall as I am. The plants we grow here in summer. When I go to BC, their plants are tall like me. I'm like, oh my God, I could live here, right? Because of that lushful weather. That's what I like in BC. But you want cold, go to Manitoba, Saskatchewan.
Yes.
We'll talk with you. Don't worry. We're not coming, but we'll talk with you. Minister Tex, I lived in Montreal, so I know about snow.
Yeah.
We had, when my second was born, we had an ice storm for 3 long weeks.
Mm.
Yeah. But that was back in the 70s. When I lived by St. Catherine's, you know, which is close to
right here.
Pardon me?
All you should have done was to invite me. So snowstorm, just invite me. I have no problem. I don't like the warmth. I don't like.
So you don't mind shoveling all the snow, right?
No, not shoveling, but just staying in it. Stay outside. Just leave all the doors open.
Oh no!
I am
the
here.
Thing with us is, I shoveled snow from the time I was 21. I had a house. I shoveled snow. I had to shovel snow. Oh, I shoveled so much snow from the time I'm 21 until what age? 10 years ago. How much years is that, Pastor Daphne? Holy Spirit. I shoveled a lot of snow. I love it.
How long?
Well, we had
it's nice though.
Shoveling
is nice. It's nice. It's a nice chore. You take your time, you know, and enjoy it as you go along.
I just like the coldness.
Oh, okay.
So here the doors must open, my windows must never close in the winter. It needs
hold on. You know what, Mr. Tex? You can live with the daughter that I am by right now. I'm here for my grandson. They could sleep with the patio doors open.
Yes.
They could sleep with, the patio and the windows. So guess what? in my room, I have asked Minister Merle. I said, please go and buy me a portable heater. Because when I turn the heating up, they come and they turn it off. So I get a portable heater, I put it in my room, and guess what? When I go outside, I know it's going to be cold. I put my hand on my heater first, and then I go outside and run back in. So the downstairs is cold and the upstairs is cold because they love the coldness. They sleep with you should see how they sleep. Pajamas is not a thing that they want. Some light little t-shirt, you know.
Yes. Do you know when you lie down at night and your back gets so cold, the most beautiful sleep that you have, and Errol says, your back is so cold once you close.
I don't know what you're speaking about.
I like the coldness. I like to feel cold.
You came from another planet.
I like to go in the bed and
Minister Tex.
Minister
Minister Tex, when you had your children, were you one of those mothers that put them on the balcony in their snowsuit to get the fresh cold air?
Oh no, we go outside.
Hey,
We were outside. We were outside, me and my son. But it's funny. My son don't like too much of the coldness. But now, because I think now he understands what heat is like. When I came here, I came 1 December. When I get up the morning, I thought me and fish was first cousins. My skin got so scaly, like when you scratch, a whole set of dandruff. And for days I'm watching my skin. And I said, well, what is this? A month passed and my skin just scaling. So I go to the doctor about it. And he says, keep the window open. And I sweat a lot. My hair is always wet. If you see me tie it up, it's because of wet. If you see me pulling, my scalp sweat. I sweat for no reason. I sweat in the summer. I double sweat in the winter. I sweat in fall. I'm always wet. So when the summertime now come, it's worse. You see how people could put on some powder in their face, or they can put something like to look nice. I can't do that.
Oh, they did not medically, they did not say what it is about.
No, they test me, they test for all kind of thing. All they say in the summer, I was allergic to the environment because of the dryness. But in the wintertime, I'm a social butterfly. No sweaters, just a jacket, no boots, just a shoes. When it's cold, I'm at my best. You see, fall and this thing called spring, those are the coldest time that I don't like. But when winter come, oh, my body is happy.
Really?
But Minister Tex, my son is allergic to cold. He came here for the Christmas, and his whole body broke out in hives. Like, and there is something that's, and so that's why he lives in the warm countries. He went to California first, and then Texas. But and then he also lives in Seattle, like in warmer places, because he is allergic to the cold. And there is, and we found out the name of it. He just break out in hives if it's cold. So he's a warm person. You have to live there. There is something that's really there. Yeah. I forgot the name of the cold one because that's
the summer come. And then you see me, I'm scratching, I'm wet, I'm scratching. That's a summer come.
Yeah.
Scratch.
You and my son are the opposites.
Yeah.
So that's why give me some wet cold and I'm happy. As long as it's cold, I'm good. Not cold, don't ask me too much of questions.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, we talked a lot about different things today, but we still have a lot of numbers to pass out. We have to look for numbers, like Minister Tech's number you can pass out on the next time, or if anybody calls. If you need to call in and you can ask for numbers for your area, we'll look it up if you cannot look it up. Even if you call and you're in Ontario, it's 211. 211 is on all of Ontario, and I think what's the other one?
It's a 311.
And there's 311 as well. There's both of them, 211 and 3. One is 211 and one is 311. 311.
I think Durham is 211.
Yeah, I think Durham.
I think Durham is.
When I had to do the addiction was 211, and for Durham.
For Durham is 211, right?
Durham is 211, and
I'm sure it's 211.
And this
no, Brampton. I think we have 311 out here.
And Mississauga is the same. And
yeah, I think we're 311. Caledon. I don't know what Caledon is because I haven't accessed anything here since. But yeah.
We'll collect some access numbers and pass them along or have them ready. So if anyone needs them, they would know what
and
to
another
do.
thing,
and disabilities, those on disability, please apply for your disability package. If you know you have a disability, your doctor will sign the disability form for you. Please, community, get your disability on. If you don't know how to do it, just call Minister Tex or, call Gemfm and one of us will get back to you with some information, okay? We just want our community to be up to date with things that are happening. And oh, by the way, we have elections coming.
I think Minister Tex have a question she wanted to ask.
Okay.
I know some seniors was asking about a health benefit in Florida. And in Florida, you could use your health card.
Yeah, but since COVID came, there's some new restrictions on that, Minister Merle. I read something somewhere.
I never used my health card. Okay, so when I'm traveling, I always used to go to CAA and take out health insurance.
Yes.
When my son had to go to school in Florida, not in Florida, in Detroit or in Seattle, I took out extra insurance. Right? It's just in those days was just $24, but now it's an arm and a leg. But when I travel, I do that. I take out extra insurance, but thank God, God is good. You understand? Also, my son, the last time I was down there, my left arm gave trouble, and I never used OHIP. My son paid for me to have that MRI, right? And what else? They wanted me to take me to go, no, I'm going back to Canada, because everything home is free for me, right? So, but I don't know about using OHIP down there. Like even if somebody gave me my prescription, right? If I have a prescription from here, I cannot fill it in Florida because my doctor is not, he didn't pass that exam for down there. So my prescription have to be filled in Canada and stuff like that. I never know about using your OHIP to go to any doctor. And I have gone to a doctor down there that I paid $40. I even went to chiropractor and I just paid $40 for the US, not Canadian.
No,
but so I don't know about using OHIP down there.
It was on CNN. They were talking with the Canadian, those who are coming from Canada, from the north, and with their because they go annually and they have these services that are available to them. They have to check in before they leave and cross the border now. And I didn't realize that because then I knew you were always going all the time. So I'm like,
I never used any
package. Is it still good for Florida?
I don't know.
Because it
have I didn't realize people were using it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to find that out. We'll have to check with the Ministry of Health and find out, what services are, applicable with the OHIP in the United States, that are comparable.
Probably it's not all, probably not all the states too.
Yeah.
I know many years ago, my husband's sister, that she was so small, we had an incident, I'm down there and her foot got injured. And because we were in Buffalo, they were able to look after her because of the health card. Now we
Mhm.
come back here because we thought that they use and the health card. They just wanted the health card, so we give them. Then the government sent a check for us to go there to pay for it.
To pay for
So
them,
we
yeah.
had to bring that check to the hospital right on Erie. Well, we had to go down there to the hospital to drop that check. And then they said, some people, they don't even come back and pay it. They cash it. I says, no, this is a government check to send to bring to you. So you
Yep.
have to change it. So then they tell us, oh, no, you can go change it and bring the money for us because it's on your name. But I thought because we use the health card, it come on our name. But we could have changed it here and give him. But because it's government, I don't tamper with government money. So I brought the check for them and then they send us and change it. Then we have to go back and pay it. It was
We gotta check. We got Minister Mo, we'll check and I'll make some phone calls concerning the use of OHIP and what is the extent of the use of OHIP in the United States. Because I know before I always had green shields. Remember green shields, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know if they're still not and blue shields.
blue sheet.
Blue shields, sorry, blue shields. I say green shields. I'm thinking of Green Shields drugstore in the States.
Yeah.
Blue shield.
I
So-
always go to CAA. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never knew that you could use OHIP.
CAA has a package as well, even for your vehicle to bring it back if
Oh,
something
yeah, we
happens.
have that. I'm covered with our insurance. If something happened, we cross the border. We just get, I think, just a top up on insurance because we go to Brooklyn, which is a higher state for accidents. So we get covered there. So if anything happened, we just call. If the car go flat, we can bring it back.
Mm,
Yeah,
that's
they can
good.
bring it back for us. They can tow it in.
I have to ask my son because he drives to Tennessee quite often and back. So I'm going to ask him what he's using and also check with our local health and see what's available. And then you could pass it on to the next time or to those who may need it. Well, we were late, but
Good.
God give us grace.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Today,
now we know that Minister
so-
Tex has turned 60, Minister Tex, so don't worry, God is good,
oh,
girl.
next year, March. I'm turning
So
60.
guess what? You're in the blossom years. You're blossoming. You know you like the cherry blossom. You like the new coconut tree.
Yeah.
You're the
You know,
rose.
to end this, I want to tell you all something. Have we looked at the age of the presidents and the CEO of many companies?
They're older.
They all up there in their 60s, 70s, even in the 80s. That is when wisdom and everything comes and everything comes.
Oh, yes.
At its fullness. At its
Focus. You need to focus and see. We choose to say we're retiring. However, look at the judges. Look at the senators.
Yep.
Right? Look at our own Pierre Trudeau, Elliott, and all of them, and see the wisdom that came from those men when they hit 60, 70, 80. Heaven help us.
Yep.
Look at all those actors and then when they bring stuff back in their old age. The shows are more, this thing with age.
Kind of chill about you. Me, I'm finding out now there's a little chill about me. I can just calm down and I'm saying, but things I used to fuss and stress myself about.
You don't anymore.
Okay, why are you worrying about that? I know I'm quick to say, why are you worrying about that? Just chillax.
Yeah, no, because the change just seeps in very slowly on you.
The only thing
why I
that
tell-
has happened, like I find a difference in this age, is where I can clean my house long time, a big house, right? I can clean it in the morning and make sure it is clean. Now, it will take me 2 days to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the only difference now.
You're taking
You know?
time. You're enjoying.
Yeah, we
who
have to slow down
this
in those areas, but up here have a lot more.
wisdom.
Yes,
And you know
so-
what it is? Like I tell people, I am retired, but I'm not expired or fired because God has another, He has another level.
New levels,
Yes.
new levels. I'm
Yes,
seeing
yes,
that.
yes.
Huh?
I'm
Yes.
seeing that. I went out the other day, and somebody go like, "Texman Warren, Gemfm," and I go like, before I used to like, I would shy in, you hear me? And then I said to myself, "Oh, you got nerves now."
When you see them like that, you say, "Oh, it's nice to see you. How are you doing? And how are we doing?" When
The
you ask
talking
them,
starts again.
because if they're going to give you the compliment, it is something good for the organization. So thank
Yeah,
you
the
for
talk
listening.
is not there yet. I only talk here. I'm still not good talking out there yet.
Oh,
I would
come
not
on,
tell people much.
jump out of your shell. Jump out of that shell. Just say yes, thank you, and we hope that we're doing well for you.
Oh boy.
Minister Mel, any final words?
I gave my final words about all the presidents and all the people out there already. Those were
With the
my
wisdom
wrap up
God has
words.
given you.
That when we are in our 60s and 70s, wisdom comes like it just floods,
Water.
and we take up positions in places, so that's just what it is there.
Oh, my mind is on Saskatchewan. There's no
Minister
song
Tex,
left. Yeah,
is that your final word, Minister Tex?
Saskatchewan.
I have to tell John about you as soon as I get off here that you're trying to run away to Saskatchewan.
No, but listen,
But we
Pastor
can,
It's called
Daphne,
internet.
it doesn't matter where
whether
she
she go to
can do what she has to do.
whether she go there or she stay here, everything right now is on
Is that
Zoom,
her
is
fingertips?
virtual, and
Yeah.
in the next 2 years they might have another new invention.
No, no, Minister Merle, in another 2 years, you see how in one of those pyrotech things that, that like a robot, you just jump on it and you press the button and it just takes you up and take you to where you're going to go. Did you see that? I'll be saying, Tex, look outside. I'm passing over, girl. I'm heading off to so and so and so.
Other places I have to take this summer. I'll take a trip. I'll take a train ride, which I always wanted to do. So this summer I'll do a train ride and then bring
Yeah.
Jim on a train ride with me from here to wheresoever the train ends and come back. So I'll stay
Wow.
on the train.
Make sure
I
it's
was
not the
saying
cargo train because you ain't coming back in a while.
I was saying that Minister Tex, one of the things that I always did stuff like that, right? And I was saying to Pastor Daphne the other day that there's a part in
Just
Nova
get on the train
Scotia.
and go
It's
where
called
to go.
Preston. I said, if Minister Tex ever go to Preston, Preston is also very cold too, right? Which is
Yes.
Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
It has a community with total Black people.
You see,
Right?
Really?
Yes.
Serious.
I may not like there.
Oh, no.
These are
Minister Tex,
Canadian
Minister
people.
Tex,
Canadian Black.
when I went to
People of the
Preston,
US.
Nova Scotia, I thought without a shadow of a doubt that I went back to Trinidad in Hubertrand Street. Minister Tex, I am driving through Preston with one hand and I am waving with the other hand, Minister Tex. Minister Tex, these people never see my face, but everybody was waving to me.
My friend is from there, and she always talking about how bad it is.
Bad? In what way?
She born there.
Minister Tex, I know people born there and took me.
Portion.
We took
No, Scotia is nice. Very nice.
Preston
Very, very
is
nice.
really nice. When the people knew that we
nice.
came down there, Minister Tex, people brought us all kind of foods, all kind of stuff. This is serious, Minister Tex. I really enjoy Preston, Nova Scotia. I went to New Brunswick, Minister Tex. When I drove through Montreal, went New Brunswick, all those places. I really enjoy those places.
Stop tempting me. So
I'm
you
not telling
drive-
you. I'm saying like if you drive, driving
so
is
drive
also
to
beautiful.
I'm to Montreal.
I go to
listen.
Montreal, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia.
Wait. Do we cross the border in the state?
you're in Canada.
No. I'm in Canada. I
No
want to do a
problem.
Canada transatlantic.
Yeah, my daughter, Melissa Tech, she left Toronto and went all the way to British Columbia driving.
Driving.
She spent a week.
My first cousin.
Oh, listen. And she says, oh, those mountains are so beautiful in British Columbia.
They are, and you even come across waterfalls and stuff.
What everything.
Trust me, I'm driving. I'm like, no, God. I didn't just see a waterfall. I got to park
Yes,
to
you
see
did.
it. In the middle of me driving,
You guys
there
know
was a
I love
waterfall.
to drive. Now
Oh,
you're
no, you
just
can take,
teasing
I don't
me.
know. I've never done a train. I said to Pastor Daphne, we got to do a train.
You know,
This
you're gonna
side.
just
never done a
train
train.
and go as far as the train was going and come back.
But I've done driving through this country, and it's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And parts of the States too. But Canada is beautiful.
It is a beautiful country.
All right. If you hear me talking from my car, don't ask who I am, because I love driving. I just love
I used to love it too.
I used to go all the way up to Muskoka. I drive different
yeah.
points in Canada. There's a place called Bala, beautiful waterfall. I did a lot of Canada. I love the country God brought me to. So I had to see this beautiful country.
Wow. Beautiful Canada. Beautiful Canada. So ladies and our viewing audience, thanks for staying with us this long. Those of you who have left, I hope the rest of your day is great. And we are going to leave you, love you and leave you with the love of the agape love of God. And have a great day until we meet again.
Okay, bye everyone.
I'm going to Preston.
Minister Tex, you'll get to Preston, don't worry.
Thank you. Okay, love you guys.
Have a great day. Have a great day, everyone.